Welcome everyone to the finals of the WR Chess Masters Cup 2024. This is your host Sagar Shah and we have MVL versus Arjun Erigaisi. We have the arbiter Shore Bayat there, the fair play in chief Yannick, and also one of the arbiters there in the screen, Aga. It's a big one, guys. And right now, Arjun has the black pieces, MVL has white, and he opens the game with 1e4. 1e4 is on the board, and this is going to be an amazing encounter. You can look at Arjun completely focused there. He has everything to gain today, guys. It's maybe one of the biggest days of Arjun's career, I would say. Why do I say so? Firstly, he can win this tournament today. Secondly, if he wins one game out of the two and draws one, he will reach 2800 elo. Basically, he needs to win one game and not lose the other. One win and one draw will work. Then, if he wins this tournament, he will top the FIDE circuit leaderboard, which means his chances to get into the candidates will be greatly enhanced. E6 is the move that he chooses, and we have the French defense on the board. Arjun Erigaisi going for the French defense. And we have d4 by MVL. He pushes his pawn in the center, and Arjun plays pawn to d5, and we have knight to c3. In comes knight f6, and the bishop comes to g5, pinning the knight. This is known, by the way, guys, as the classical variation in the French. Now, why is French an interesting choice against his opponent? Guys, can anyone tell me why is the French an interesting choice against Arjun's opponent? Yes, because MVL is French. Absolutely right. And by the way, look at what he's done here. He's played bishop d7. Guys, I remember when I was growing up, there was a variation where you could take here, knight takes, bishop d7, and this was known as the Fort Knox variation. Now, what is the main point of this? Let's say, for example, you go knight f3, I go bishop c6, you play your bishop out here, I move my knight here, and what would happen in this variation eventually is black would give up the bishop, put the pawn on c6, put the knight out, put the bishop out, and castle. That's how black would play in such positions. And I have a feeling that Arjun is going just for that here. You can see how MVL is now in deep thought. He is thinking, what is this move that Arjun has come up with? One of the things that is absolutely incredible about Arjun is that he has a new opening idea every single time he plays. It's amazing how many ideas he has. And yesterday Vidit explained it very well. He was like, he has a lot of time because he's completely focused on chess. Aarti says, Sagar bhai, thank you very much for your live commentary, which makes chess more interesting to watch and understand what is going on. Arman says his prep is amazing. Nabanita says MVL is too strong for Arjun. Wow. Let's see. Cubing Galaxy, congratulations, Sagar, on your win. Oh, yes. Yesterday, guys, we played against Levy and James, and we managed to win. It was a nice game, nice match. But today is a new challenge. We will be facing Eric Rosen and Nemo. That's Chiu Zhao. And we will have that game later in the day, 5:30 p.m. London time, which is 10 p.m. Indian time. So I'll see you all, guys. Yes, Aditya Kambli is right. 27 circuit points on the line. So right now you can see MVL completely zoned in. Here on the big screen also you can see him. By the way, behind MVL is Chessbase India's very own Abhyudaya Ram, who's putting in some insane effort to bring you the live coverage of this tournament, to bring you all the footages and everything. So great work by him. He's been working very hard. Um, and this is amazing. There you see Arjun coming in, going towards the back. Now, what has happened is, because there's only one table in the room, there's a lot of space. And you will see that Arjun walks around. He likes to keep walking. He likes to make his moves. He likes to keep walking here and there. Do you think this game for Arjun is good or bad, or he needs to win this? Well, for now, I think he can draw this game with black pieces if that comes to it. And then with white, he needs to press and try to win to reach 2800. But of course, if it is a 1-1 draw, this match, then we will go into the Armageddon, and then Arjun doesn't reach 2800. Also, if you win the tournament on tie breaks, you will get less circuit points. Arjun will win 2-0, says people. Now, what was the move? He brought his knight out to f3. Also, guys, look at this. If you here were to take knight f6, I can simply take back gf6. My structure is a bit ruined, but it's okay. Arjun is fine with this. Meanwhile, Arjun now, after knight f3, puts his bishop out on c6, attacking the knight. Will he get enough circuit points if he were to lose this match, says Fahad? I think if he loses this, we will have to check, but maybe he will not overtake Nodirbek. That is my feeling, but we will check. Right now, all those who are thinking about what is the FIDE circuit, well, this is a small little presentation for you here. This is the FIDE circuit. Nodirbek is currently leading with 92 circuit points. Arjun with 77. It's, I think, a race between these two, maybe Caruana as well. And the one who tops it at the end of this year gets a spot in the candidate. So nothing more, nothing less. It's a big one. You know, there's a lot at stake here. And that's the reason why it's an important encounter. You know, I can tell you from my experience here, by the way, Bishop d3 played, that the venue is getting quite empty because at first day there were 16 players and we are now down to 2 on day 4. So it does feel a bit lonely. It's actually a World Cup, shorter version of it, shorter version of Chess World Cup. Arjun can become the Fabi of this cycle by qualifying 5 different ways, says Ahan. Yeah. You know, there's something about Arjun, the ease with which he moves, the ease with which he plays. He's just a genius somehow. He's just a genius. Pankaj, thank you so much. 24 if he loses, says GS World Info. Yes, so many points. Vivek Madi says this is the chess mini World Cup. Yeah, kind of. Guys, I have liked this format a lot overall. This time control, the intensity, and I mean, I think maybe we will ask the players also about it, the arbiters, but in general, what has been your take on this time control, on this format, the knockout format? How have you felt about it? Yes, Anshraj Dubey, I did hear about Christopher Yu's situation today in the US. Quite an unfortunate one. Very talented boy, I would say. But yeah, what he did was quite shocking. St. Louis also put out a tweet in this matter, St. Louis Chess Club. And yeah, he's been banned from the club. Rahul Krishna says this is exciting time control. This has been way more interesting. Random thing says MVL reaches the finals without winning single classical game. That's a good point. That's a very good point. In classical, without increment is good, says Tanay. Kiran says Arjun is a hard-working genius. Can we get a mini documentary on his chess career, please? I think the candidates documentary made by Biswa Kalyan Rath and Prashant Raj is going to cover this in quite some detail. So I believe that that should not be a big issue there. I mean, we could go and cover. In fact, we've covered a lot of his journey. I think, especially from the time he reached around an IM strength, we were covering a lot of what he did. But yeah, a documentary would be nice on him. Honey Bee says, Sagar bhai, are you sleeping enough? Yes, since last 2 days, quite well enough. Not to be like extremely tired or something. Because generally I wake up at 4 a.m. and try to do the videos and so on. But since the last 2 days, I've been waking up at 7, and yeah, we have been publishing the videos. Also, the number of games have reduced, so we are able to manage. Look at MVL's move, guys. MVL has gone for a very interesting move here, which is knight to d2, and he's telling Arjun that your bishop here is not well placed. This is what he's telling him. He's saying that I'm going to castle, I'm going to go knight e5 at the opportune moment and chop off your bishop. Well, I'm not so sure if this is a great move, but I'm pretty sure that Arjun is going with his knight here to d7. You can see Arjun has paused a bit, which means he must be out of his prep. Yes, Rohit Kumarja, knight bd7 looks good. Kiran Kabir, absolutely. Dhruv Jain says, Sagar bhai, please explain about circuit points and qualification to candidates. I will make a separate video on this, most likely today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, with Pragg, who Chess Numbers India, who's very good at this. He had told me that we can do one, and I think I'll work on it and give you a breakdown. By the way, guys, big announcement coming tomorrow. And you will all enjoy it. It is about India's strongest classical tournament, and yes, this is something coming back. Hi Sagar, I love your videos. I am Christian Gnani of Indian origin but born in Mauritius. Is it possible to purchase books from Chessbase India? Yes. Christian, let me think. I think you can send us an email at chessbaseindia@gmail.com, Christian, and we can get back to you on that. Who are the players in Chennai? Guys, tomorrow, everything. अभिषेक पात्रो से सागर भाई कल मजा आया मैच आपका देखने में. आज भी क्या मैच? Yes, there are two games that I'll play today, and hopefully during that time we will have a different stream. Yesterday I thought, oh, I could manage both, but I couldn't. So today we will have this finals going on, and I will go and play my match. Hopefully everything will be pretty sorted. Guys, all of you who are tuning in, do like the stream and do subscribe. We are actually now 2.03 million. We hit 2 million in Olympiad. It's been roughly 15 days since it. I think the Olympiad 15 or 20 days, and I think we hit 2 million a little bit after Olympiad. So it's been a steady journey upwards, and it's all thanks to all of you. Knight d7 played here by Arjun, and now MVL thinking. Nikhil Kumar says, please bring 400 to 2000 course. Yes, Nikhil Kumar, we are working on it. In fact, guys, we are working very seriously on this topic of chess improvement, which is why we are organizing the big chess Diwali camp in Mumbai from 21st to 27th October, every day 4 to 8 p.m. This is completely free and open to all. if your any of your friends or anyone lives in Mumbai, please ask them to come here. This is organized by Chessbase India, Teach Chess India, Phoenix Market City, and we are all coming together to bring this big, nice Diwali bonanza. And all those who are willing to teach can scan this. It's basically the link is in the description. You can scan this and you can fill in and you can join us as volunteers to teach in this camp. So do consider, we want to do such camps across the country through which we can teach chess. We can bring forth the right sort of bring forth a way in which you can learn something about chess. It is not a comprehensive course or anything. A lot of chess improvement depends on how you work, but at least we can help you learn a few things, and then you can take the journey forward on your own or with a trainer and so on. So these big chess camps we want to do across the country. Anyone who wants to organize, all we need is a place, volunteers, some sheets, and people can come and learn. So we hoping that we can manage this. Meanwhile, Arjun Erigaisi pushes his pawn to h6 and asks a very important question to the bishop. Yes, Arav, yesterday's match, the audio was bad. I feel like somehow yesterday, yeah, something, my computer was overworking, and that happens a lot with this machine. It's been working crazily. It renders maybe hundreds of videos in the last few days, and it needs some break. I feel more than me, my computer needs a break. So sorry for that yesterday the audio in my match against match with Tanya was not so good. Okay, everything says you are welcome in Kangra, Himachal Pradesh, to create chess camps. Thank you. I will come to Chennai. Yes, Rahul, I will come to Chennai. Yes. Udit says, Sagar bhai, did you manage to find someone to commentate when you will be away for the match? Yes, it has not been rescheduled, Udit, and most likely either Vidit bhai will help me or Niklesh, someone will come and help. Vivaswan says, question from Pakshi Ranjan. Does Help Chess accept used laptops, MacBook Pros for young players? I reached out, but there seems to be no interest. No, actually, we got this, Pakshi. We were discussing it. I think from somewhere in our internal team, there is interest on this. We will respond back to you, I think. Let me write it down somewhere. Thank you for reminding. We discussed it, and I think it's in Chennai, if I'm not mistaken. But thank you, that's very kind of you, and it will be very helpful. The only thing we have to figure is how to make Chessbase work on it, but we will figure it, because people, youngsters who are improving, do use it. Okay, by the way, Arjun has castled here. So h6. Oh, by the way, today there's no need for a for the bar, right? The player bar, but I think it's important because it also has the move counter. So I will anyway try to get that. So that we can have the bar on the screen. Yeah, let's get this started. Let's get it started. Okay, refresh, interact. Sorry, here, Interact, WR chess card, add. And there we have the bar. The main use of the bar today is not very much because there's only one game, but the main use is that you can actually see the move counter, I feel. So there you can see, and you will be able to see which move number it is. It is move number 11, because on move 30 they have to finish 1 hour. Someone was asking how is this um, classical when there's only 1 hour per side. But guys, it's classical because they have to make uh, 30 moves in it, and then again the time will be increased to 30 minutes, then again 30. So it's actually 2 hours in all. Yeah, I'm going to put it like this. A little bit weird, but that's fine. Okay. I think those who like aligned things might be a little bit upset. This is not in alignment, but it's okay. Okay, so Arjun did play h6, bishop went back. I have a feeling that MVL has come today in an aggressive mood, which is why he is trying his best to play for the full point. You can see there he's putting some pressure on Arjun. The mood in the room is quite intense, I must tell you this. Look at this. It is like MVL is trying to circle around Arjun. He's trying to put some pressure on the board, off the board. And MVL is one of the great players out there. In fact, there's an interview which is coming up with MVL after he beat Firouzja yesterday, and he said, I'm afraid of no one because I've been there, I've done that for years, you know. Someone said, सागर भाई कभी कभी कोलकाता में भी आओ. भाई लोग कोलकाता में तो there is going to be a completely huge event, Tata Steel Chess India. That is going to be so epic that when you are going to have the time of your life. Arjun, Pragg, Vidit, Nihal, SL Narayanan, everyone's going to be there. There's Humpy, Harika. I think all of the young Indian talents are going to be there. So Kolkata mein it's going to be full dhamal. I don't know. This time the venue is changed. Every time it's at National Library, but this time it's different. I will put out an article on that. Who are the players? And there is a huge name coming there. I will ask the organizers when we can reveal it. But yes, it's a huge, huge player who's coming in. Venkat Raghu says Arjun don't accept draw from MVL. His strategy is to beat everyone in Armageddon. True, true. He has been doing that. He did beat Firouzja yesterday. In fact, he was completely lost. I'm sure Firouzja wasn't happy with what transpired. Very close to winning. I was thinking, guys, if we can take here, and just play the move c5. It's also one way to continue. And this is what Arjun might be thinking. The other way to play here is to take and play c6, but I feel it's a little too solid and maybe not in the spirit of the position. The other idea is to play b6, drop your bishop back and push c5. These are some of the ideas that black has in these positions where, how do you navigate this? And you can see Arjun finds the best move. He plays his pawn to b6 and guys, Chennai mein bahut kuch hai. Bahut kuch. Sminil Mahajan, can you go over the second game yesterday that you played with Tanya? Oh, actually, I can go over the games, yeah, that we played. I mean, all three games were interesting. I didn't find time to analyze them. Otherwise, I would have made separate videos on them. Hopefully, I can do it tomorrow when this tournament is over. A lot of work that is piling up. We have made like a huge list of all that needs to be done. It's adding up. So, Was Pragg disappointed after his missed win yesterday? Actually, one of the amazing things about Pragg is that he recovers so quickly. I am a big fan of that, and I really feel that he has the potential in him to be unbelievably strong because of his mental fortitude. After losing yesterday, he was playing Bug House at night with, it's a nice picture we posted on Twitter with Vishy, Anand, Vadim, and Vidit. And Pragg takes it all in his stride, you know, comes back even stronger. And there is a humility about it. It's not like there are some players who are like, let me forget it. I don't care. I'll fight back next time. It's sort of, you know, like I have bad luck or something. No, Pragg is different. He's calm about it. Yet he's learning from it. Yet he's a little bit disappointed that he didn't find it. Then he comes. I think he has all the ingredients to be like a. He's like a monk. I feel he's like a chess monk. Also Arjun for that matter. I mean, Gukesh for that. I mean, these youngsters' calmness is tremendous. But when it comes to taking losses, I feel Pragg does it the best, perhaps. Rohan Bharadwaj says, when will the 400 to 2000 course come out? Rohan, these camps are a part of it. It'll come out on chessranga.com, which is our online place for learning, online platform. We are also working on a tactics trainer on Chessranga where I put in positions, puzzles every day for everyone to learn, which is building up. A lot of positions from recent games have been put in. Stock Meat says, Dhanya Dhanya Auditorium is a pinnacle of modern Indian architecture. I hope it happens in the main auditorium and we people must go there and fill the seats. What is Dhanya Dhanya Auditorium? Stock Meat? Can you tell a little bit? Is it where the Tata Steel Chess India is happening? Okay. Got it. Yeah, Kolkata. Got it. Nice. Yes, I feel like, guys, you really need to go to these events these days, which are going to happen. You will enjoy so much, and I feel like the organizers must slowly up the conditions for spectators. Only then will more people want to come and prefer watching it live in person there than from the comfort of their home. And I think that onus is on the organizers to make better arrangements. And once that is done, I'm sure people are going to love watching their favorite players in action. Rohit says, I need bars to follow. That's true. That's true. That is the thing which needs to be figured out. What is the way in which you can make the viewing experience for someone good at a chess tournament? And I can tell you that doing the death match in 2022, we kind of hit upon the right format because 1,000 people were there. They enjoyed it with headphones tuning into commentary. The only problem in this solution is the anti-cheating measures, because when you are tuned into commentary and watching it live, and if you say something out there, you shout out a move, it all creates a big chaos. And that's the reason why something needs to be done on that line, for which we've thought like a glass cubicle inside which the players are playing seems the ideal solution, or players wearing the noise cancellation headphones could be another one. So these are few of the options out there which can make this possible. But yeah, this has to be done. I feel if this happens, chess will be a spectator friendly sport. Imagine that right now you are there, okay, there are some chairs in the room, Arjun is walking, you are behind sitting there, you have these headphones in you, and you're like, look at Arjun's face, he's so concentrated, he's determined. MVL is trying to find whether he should put his rook on e1, should he go for the d5 break, and you're like, wow, I'm enjoying, I can see everything unfold in front of my eyes. This is epic, right? What do you think, guys? Yes, the clocks are sync. Garde. Tanai. The Fantastic Beast says soundproof glass cube for players with only vision possible from outside. Yes, but it is a little bit uh, difficult to do it. I know this. It's slightly tricky, and which is why it's not been done at so many places. It takes firstly a lot of money, and second of all, it's not easy to do it. Anirudh says, Sai Sagar, can you talk about the two debacles chess right now? Christopher Yu at St. Louis and Kirill Shevchenko in Spain. So one of the things that I yes, in a live audience, a small gesture can convey something to the player. That's true. It needs to be done with lighting, and some very interesting ways can be found. But I can tell you one thing before coming to your question, Anirudh. There are two aspects to chess right now which are kind of conflicting with each other. The first aspect is fair play. The second is making chess a spectator friendly sport. And these are two problems which kind of hit each other all the time. Like, you want to make it spectator friendly, you want to invite more people, suddenly the fair play rules say no, you cannot do that. You need to make sure that the people who are coming in give up their phones, do this. There are many aspects, and they are very right, because as we can see, there are issues in chess. There are people who are uh, cheating. There are people on OTB board who are over the board tournaments who are not playing it fair. And so on one hand, you want sponsorships to grow, you want more people to watch it, you want this beautiful sport to grow. On the other hand, the human greed for success is making people cheat. And this is such a big conundrum, right? And somewhere I feel that the solution does not lie in short term things. We have to think long term here. We have to really build the next generation into better individuals who understand what a better uh, world looks like without cheating. Somehow, that's one of the things that I feel. Of course, there are many other ways to handle this situation, but this should definitely be done. uh, by the way, a move has been played here. I mean, Arjun was constantly walking, finally sits down, and when the move was played, Arjun comes back and plays instantly. This is one of the things that I love about Arjun is uh, when his move is ready, he does not mirror his opponent. Like some players I've seen, if the opponent thinks for 30 minutes, they will give it respect and at least think for a few minutes. When the opponent thinks for an hour, but Arjun is more like, okay, if I have my move ready, I will play it. So bishop b7, and I think he is going to now push c5. That is the plan. I feel like this is Arjun's major plan, and so MVL will most likely get his rook in the center, lining up the rook against the queen. Okay, and then you push pawn to c5, takes, knight takes, and even though the rook is opposite the queen, there are two pieces. While one piece can move out with a check, the other piece is still hanging in here, and next move I go queen c7. So imagine that we reach such a position. I think Arjun has all the chances in this world to fight for the full point from here. It's going to be very exciting. Let's just have a look at the situation here. You can see there Arjun very focused, calmly sitting in there. And we have the board here. Guys, I always like this view a lot. I don't know why you guys don't enjoy it so much. I want to understand actually from all of you. Why don't you understand? Yes, Ravish Pathan. So without the headphones, also someone can shout through looking in your phone in their phone, but you can also ask them to submit their phones right somewhere. I like this view, says Gunai. Background matters, camera quality. Okay, camera quality is not best here. I agree with it. Uh, um, just put the timer. Yeah, I can also put the timer. For example, let's say this is the live board position. Look at this. This is how we thought of these ideas, but yes, somehow the players keep moving. It's not easy. It comes on their face. They were okay. One of the disadvantages that you cannot see me here. Uh, but even we can solve this problem. For example, um, say for example, can also have me here somewhere here like this. Okay, I mean there is a solution. I just don't know if people prefer. I've seen that a lot of people enjoy the big board. This one somehow. It just feels the way in which people are used to watching chess. Opposite timer. Okay, I'll change. I'll change. That's a very good question. Aditya Kamli has raised a very important question, by the way. Rook FD1 played. And I'm expecting Arjun to push C5. Guys, Aditya Kamli has just put a very important question and he says, why are there no GMs born after 2007? Yeah, it's a very amazing question. Um, Look at that. Arjun goes C5. The guy needs no invitation to make a move, which is a good one. C5 is on the board. Excellent position for black. We can expect Arjun to start sort of putting pressure slowly and steadily on his opponent. Uh, 2007 born last GM was, I think, Bharat Subramaniam, if I'm not mistaken. And he's pretty strong, he's pretty good. But since then, we have had no one who is in India who has not been a GM born after 2007. I know for a fact that 2009 and 2010 born players have become IMs. There is Ilam Parthi, there is Ethan Vaz, there is Mayank Chakraborty. There are other players, Arjun Adireddy, who is good, Gautam Krishna. But these are all players who are IMs, not GMs. And M. Pranesh was, I think, born in 2006. 2007 was Bharat Subramaniam. And one of the explanations that I've tried to think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is the pandemic has definitely taken away a couple of years from these young talents because they couldn't play during that time. So I would say a 14-year-old GM would be kind of similar to a 12-year-old before. Like someone if can achieve it at the age of 14 would be huge, which is what I feel is the situation right now. But I feel like it's a very very critical moment for Indian chess that we do, and I think for many other countries as well. When you have one crop of stars, it's important to also build up the next, because many times the next generation gets overshadowed by these current stars. And this has actually happened in Georgia. I've actually done a very nice interview with Ketty, who was my co-commentator at the Global Chess League, and she spoke about this very interesting phenomenon where there were these amazing set of players in Georgia, and they still are. Nana Zagnidze, Bella Khotenashvili, Lela Javakhashvili, Nino Batsiashvili, and all of these, I'm sure they all went on to become GM. But the next generation of girls, and Georgia has been known for their women players, were not able to achieve that much success. And slowly you can see that the Georgian women's chess is not as powerful as it was. It was like the best in the world for that matter. Like you had from Nona Gaprindashvili to Maya Chiburdanidze, all of these just amazing. They dominated the world of chess. But then, yeah, when you stop sort of investing in the next crop of talents, it stops after a point. It doesn't stop instantly. Like for 10, 12, 15, maybe even 20 years, it all goes fine. But then it comes to a grinding halt, which is why I feel like help chess is something that we want to really work on. And it's supporting, like for example, if there's a talent, what do they need? They need tournaments, they need training, and we want to support that. We want to support in the best possible way. So help chess is definitely doing that. We have a help chess widget on our screen. You can see on the right here. Abhay Sharma just contributed 25 minutes ago. Thank you, Abhay, for becoming a believer of Indian chess. And all this money goes to young Indian talents. There's also one more which Vishy Anand is working on, along with Aruna, Anand, Ramesh, Arti, and Shak, um, and the founder of Sulekha. They are doing Group E4, which is an amazing initiative for building the next crop. And I think it's important, and many other people are working in this direction. Okay, guys, so these were some thoughts which I wanted to share. Will the game quality decrease with age, Deva? Absolutely. Age plays a massive role. Yes, and now going to that question of the super chat about Kirill Shevchenko, and also we have Christopher Yu. I think both are different, like both are completely different cases. Kirill is, I'm actually reading a bit slowly on it, like bit by bit. I'm trying to gather things. Come to this conclusion that until now, Kirill has denied all allegations. So you have to really ask like what is going on, and maybe I'll try to reach out to him to get his point of view after this event. And Christopher, you, as far as I know him, like I saw him in various tournaments, he had a very unique way of resigning. Has anyone seen his unique way of resigning? Yes, Subin Pariyar, I would love to come to Nepal someday, but yes, he would kind of tip his king over, like this. Um, Whenever he would resign. And what I know of him is that he's very good at problem solving, like for example, like composing problems, studies, solving them. And we actually have Shatanik in our team who told me about it. And I was amazed that a 14-year-old boy can do something which is generally considered as something that is done by experienced people. So I had a lot of nice kind of thoughts about him and so on. Yeah, today we got to know that he tore the score sheet after his loss to Fabi, and then somehow attacked the videographer, is what I have to read it again. Well, because I'm here at a tournament, I'm not able to sort of find time to do everything. But yeah, this is quite unfortunate if that is what has happened. And perhaps, yeah, it has to be checked as to why this happened. Yes, actually, Rohit Kumar Jha says Caruana also can win the FIDE circuit. I agree. It's going to be a race between Arjun, Nodirbek, and Caruana. I feel these are the three big hitters. Uzbekistan is also, I think, doing some events there in Uzbekistan for Nodirbek. Arjun will play, I guess, the Chennai Grandmasters. Then he will also play World Rapid and Blitz. So, he will also have certain events. Ooh, knight e5 by Maxim. Guys, interesting move here by Maxim Vaishali. Now there are many possibilities. Whenever you see a position that is in front of you and you see that the pieces are facing off against each other, you should start looking at maybe the captures that are available. And I feel like here Maxime is not really threatening much. So my first instinct is going towards playing my queen to c7, because I feel the queen is well positioned here. The rook will move to the center. I'll then drop my queen back and so on. But on the other hand, I do not like the bishop coming here and creating this threat of knight g6. You know, it's not the best. So my feeling is that we can take, bishop takes, and now put the queen on c7. This is how I would imagine a very logical way for Arjun to play. You can see Arjun is almost ready with his move, I feel. He's there. He's very quick. He has 46 minutes on the clock. MVL has 27 minutes. Guys, who are the people in the history of chess who have reached 2800? I think there are 15, as everyone says, but can we name them? Let me make a list here so that we have this list. When if Arjun ever crosses, we have the list. We also will learn. I think the first player who crossed 2800, yeah, we also have Himank here, who will help us with this list. I'm sure he has a lot of knowledge. Himank is our little chess historian there. He knows a lot about chess history. So we have Kasparov, I think. I don't know if he was the first one, but yeah, maybe. Because before that, the chess ratings were never that high, you know. So Kasparov, we have next Kramnik. He also crossed 2800. We have Anand, who also crossed 2800. We have Magnus Carlsen, who also crossed it. Ding Liren also did it. Caruana did it. Aronian did it. Hikaru did it. Hikaru Nakamura. Firouzja did it. Did Topalov do it? I think Topalov also, yeah? Topalov. I have. MVL did it? Did MVL do it? So, yeah, Wesley So I remember had crossed. Wesley So. Grishchuk, yeah? Wow. Grishchuk. Shakriyar. Mamedyarov, yeah? Mamedyarov did it. I think so. He was 2800. Anish, I think, did not. He was 2798. Also, Rajabov was very close. Okay, so Grishchuk also did it. So I have 13 names now. Which one am I missing? Nepo. Did Nepo cross 2800? No, Anish did not cross it, I think. Anish did not, yeah? Nepo never did. Ding I have already written. Wow, we are not able to cross. Yeah, MVL. MVL I haven't written. Yes, MVL. So I have 14 names. But you guys said 15. Anish highest is 2802. Oh, so should we count Anish or not? Wow, Anish crossed 20. No, we cannot count, right? Because it has to be published. So what we are doing right now is maybe if Arjun does this, we are hoping that he doesn't drop points in ECC then. Otherwise, how would he be the 15th, right? 16th. So, I missed Karuan. No, I have. So listen to mine. Kasparov, Kramnik, Anand, Carlson, Ding, Caruana, Aronian, Nakamura, Firouzja, Topalov, Wesley, Grishchuk, Mamedyarov, and MVL. These are the 14 names I have. I don't know whom I missed. It's 14 only, yeah? Not 15. Then. So Arjun will become 15th then. Kramnik I wrote. Yeah, second name. Arjun will be 15th. Okay. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that Anish did it in live rating, but then could never reach there. And I think, well, but the way in which he's making a comeback, who knows? Maybe he'll manage to reach there. Yeah, I wrote it, Wesley. Guys, I got it. 14. So Arjun will be 15th. This is a nice list that we have of 14 people who have crossed 2800. Uh, Quite a legendary list, I must say. Kasparov's highest rating was 2851. Magnus's was 2882. I'm just thinking like the way in which Arjun is dominating right now to reach 2800. Imagine the domination of Magnus Carlsen to reach 2882. He was just 18 points away from 2900 elo. It's just crazy. Who do you think is the weakest in this list? That's a tough question. I mean, I wouldn't call it the weakest. The fact that you reached 2800 itself shows that you are right up there. But I do always wish to see more of Wesley, so more sides of him. You know, I know how good of a player he is. I know how his strength is. But I think we get to see very little of Wesley So's amazing skills like he showed at the Olympiad. He beat Pragg. He beat many strong players. Abhinav Rajagopalan, thank you for super chat. Can the Indian National Championship from 2025 be registered for FIDE circuit like the US Championship this year? It would be a good opportunity for top Indian players to get circuit points. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. But also the average rating of Indian National Championship this year of top players there would be quite low to get circuit points. You see, the US Championship is like a super tournament. It's one of the best. While in Indian Championship, I think the top seed was around 2600. Hikaru once on stream said 2014 में सबका elo inflation हुआ था. Maybe. I don't know. God is there says congratulations on the win. Why is Amruta not in UK? Amruta is currently in the Netherlands. I'll go and pick her up tomorrow, day after, and then we will together go back home. And our plan is the following: for the next few days, do the Diwali camp in Mumbai. I reach on 20th, 21st. It starts. I'm very much looking forward to it. Then from 27th it ends. 28th is one small day. 29th we go to Meghalaya, Shillong, for 4 days over there to do the chess camp and also to do a train the trainers program. And then from there, we will fly down to Chennai for the Chennai Grandmasters, uh, where we have some amazing players. The list and everything will be revealed tomorrow. Um, from there, not sure, but maybe I'll come to Kolkata for the Tata Steel Chess India. Um, and then from there to go to Singapore for a few days at least. And then commentary for the match. I don't know if I'll do from Singapore or from India itself, but I'll go there for at least a few days. And that's how the plan looks right now. Then the World Championship will end and we will make the next plan. I think that's right now how it is. Yeah, I feel like, I used to tell people like earlier, there was a concept called home and going out of home. But now it's more like the world is the home. So you are just traveling and you keep meeting people, you're on the road, you're doing stuff. And I feel like this kind of lifestyle is something I enjoy a lot. It's a little bit tough on yourself if you are not ready for it. But if you are able to kind of be ready, so I try to change my perception here by saying, like, this is like the world is my home. And then I don't have to wait for reaching home to do anything. You have a laptop, you have internet, and you can do some work that is there. Is there some song on this, The World is My Home, which would be a good song for this? Maybe not for the full match in Singapore, because we'll have a Chess Base India team there. Because I feel like the match has less things happening. Perhaps I could be there for the full match as well. It's not yet 100% decided. I thought maybe we could do more in India during that point to sort of hype it up and so on. Call Pragg. Yeah, I hope Pragg joins me. I have written to him, and if he joins, it would be epic. Um, but yeah, let's see if he joins. He also must have had a tough time. I always feel like players, when they finish a tournament, they should be given some time to sort of unwind, because there's so much of emotions that are raw in them, and there's so much of things going on. By the way, it's quite unusual for Arjun to think for almost 12 minutes. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I have a feeling that he's thinking about pawn takes pawn. He's thinking about knight takes knight. Also not. And look at MVL. He's making some marking or something. I don't think the move has been made. So take, and knight d7 is also possible. Just that white has a lot more space now. Earth song by Michael Jackson is everyone saying. Okay. I will listen to it. Earth song by Michael Jackson. Thank you. Himang says Arjun was shook in the post-match interview yesterday. It is not so easy to recover after such a game. Surely much harder for Pragg. Yeah. I'm sure that Pragg needs some time and space to feel better. Rajat Chaudhary, thank you for your super chat. Playing my first tournament on 26th, the Tegernsee Open. Karthik V, Priyanka and Isha are also playing. Weakest in the field, but hope to play some good chess. Rajat bhai, congratulations for first of all signing up for this Open. I know the Tegernsee Open is a very strong one. It has been going on for many years. And I'm so glad that you're playing this. You will get to meet these amazing players from India, and you will learn a lot. So that's the best that you can hope for. All the best for you. Monk says, do you think up find kar pate f5? Like it's that natural? I don't think. If both Pragg and Arjun have missed it, it's because they were kind of in a continuous story with each other. If you have you ever thought of it, like a chess game is a conversation between two people. It's like I'm saying, I'm coming in here to challenge your knight. You're saying, okay, but I want to clarify the center. Maybe I want to take your knight. It's like a conversation that's going on. And sometimes when Arjun plays it, finds the best move. It's a good move by Arjun. MVL comes back in. I'll tell you one experience with MVL in a bit. So this conversation which happens between two players sometimes, and that's the thing about Arjun, he has his next move ready always when he thinks for long. So Queen C7. Many times you can miss the flow of conversation in one direction. You can be like, oh, we are talking in this, and suddenly it's not. So I think if you gave this position to Arjun or Pragg out of the blue as a fresh one, they would easily find the move. But when you do it in between a tournament game that has such high stakes and all, you can miss it. So yeah, the MVL incident, actually this happened in 2016 when I was in Porticio. This is an island. It's called Corsica Island, and in that there are various places there. It's, by the way, you can search about it. It has some amazing chess culture because of a man named Leo Battesti, who's kind of made chess maybe a compulsory subject in schools. So Corsica is very well known for its chess events, and Anand has gone there multiple times. He's won multiple events, and there I went and I played at the Porticio Open. And on the last day of that Open, by the way, I think in that Open there were many good players, including Daniel Naroditsky. I played with him in the Blitz tournament as well. So on the last day, MVL came in there. He had friends there. He wanted to hang out, chill. And I could see him just having a good time, playing cards, having drinks. He's just, MVL loves. He's a chill person. If you ever see MVL in a tournament, you will see him as one of the most approachable persons out there. You can go talk with him. He's relaxed and so on. He was playing table tennis. And then next day we all left in the bus to a mountain resort. It is called the Chimanachi. The place's name was like a mountainous town of Chimanachi. And I cannot tell you how amazing this place was, because the population of that place was, guess how many people lived there. It's crazy, huh? I think, if I'm not mistaken, 150 people lived there. It was a huge town. I mean, it was like a huge space, but just 150 people. And here we are, close to 150 people coming to play a tournament. It's like the population of that entire town. And MVL said, I will also play. So it's like a super GM playing in that event. On the first day, we had the opening ceremony in the evening when we reached there. And I went with Victor Laznishka over there. And Victor is a person who loves to hike, to trek. And he said, oh, Sagar, let's not go by the bus. Let's go walking through the trail inside the forest. So it's like full of mountains. He's like, okay, let's do it. And we went, we reached, we had a nice opening ceremony. And he said, let's go back also walking same way. I was like, no, it's dark, let's go by the car. Let's go. He's like, no, let's go by walking. And we went through the trail, and oh my God, we got lost in the woods, and it was so scary. It was so dark. But Victor was like very calm. I think he has experience there. I met Victor just few months ago at the Pragg Masters. Amazing guy. It's actually an interview on spirituality. He's moved into a lot in that dimension, into that realm. We spoke about it. It's a wonderful interview. So the next day the tournament begins, and here's like, all good players like Victor Laznishka, Sergei Zigalko, Daniel Naroditsky. We all are playing there. And MVL is the top seed. I cannot tell you, his strength was so immense. When you play in the same tournament as a super GM, you realize their strength. You realize that actually they play blitz at an another level where the accuracy is off the charts. And he won the tournament 8.5 out of 9 or 9 out of 9. And Naroditsky made a very nice statement there, and he said these guys play blitz like we play classical chess. That's how good they are, these players. And it's true. It's true. And yeah, since then I've always felt MVL is an amazing player. It's just that he's also played the candidates, if I'm not mistaken. He's been there at the top events. He beats Magnus Carlsen quite regularly. So he's definitely one of the best. I think the spelling of that place, Praveen, was Cimanacee, Chimanachi. That's what I feel. It's in Corsica. Kiron says MVL is very charitable too. Oh, I didn't know this side of him. I didn't know this. That's very good to know. Curious Cult says I also like MVL's general attitude. His clips from GCL were refreshing to see. Yeah, very, very positive. Always pumping up his team. So yeah, very strong in general, but also very kind. Thank you, Akash Bhandari. That's very kind of you. So let's see what MVL can do now, because Arjun is putting pressure here on the knight. And by the way, very important game for Arjun. If he wins, he will hit 2800 in live rating. But then we cannot add him as the 15th player in the history of chess to cross 2800 because he doesn't do it on the published rating list. But then can we say he's the 16th player ever to cross 2800 on live rating list? Because we have to add only Anish Giri, right? Or do we have to add anyone else there? Oh, Girish says Vichy versus the world. I want to also talk about that a bit. Let me talk about Vichy versus the world. Avinash Ravi Prakash says Prachura's interview was great. Never knew that in his youth his peers were a lot of today's top players. True. Karyakin also live rating? Or only Anish? People are saying that live mein there is Anish and Karyakin. If anyone can confirm that, that would be cool. Yeah, only Anish maybe. So he brought his knight here, and now Arjun can take the knight, but I feel like after bishop takes, we reach this position where the queen is slightly awkward. I don't want to put my queen here blocking the rooks. Maybe queen c6 is a good square. And now after knight d4, where do you take your queen, guys? White, black to play. Let's see how many of you are able to find this nice little move. Black to play. Okay. Arijit, Krishna, Shushant. Nice. All of you very alert, very quick. I like that you guys are listening to not just what I'm talking, but also seeing the board. Queen g2 is mate. Just game over. So right now he could take there, but I feel like another good move here could be rook a d8. I like this move. When you give a top player and you ask him where do their rooks belong, and this is something that Karpov spoke about, was Do you put this rook or do you put this rook? It's always confusing, and many times people see the open files here and they say my this rook will go here, my this rook will go there. But I feel rook placements, which rook goes where, is a lot about, your feeling when you enter a new city. Whenever, have you ever tried this? Whenever you enter a new city, you get some kind of a vibe of that place, and that comes through your experience of having gone to different cities. And I feel like when you place this rook, you just feel that there might be some sacrifice coming on f7. Like, imagine that the rook was here, for that matter, then you see this is happening. So it is quite possible that that happens, but it is a decent move. But if a top player is given this position, he will most likely play rook a d8. I will be very I'll be made an absolute fool of if Arjun plays rook f d8, but then I don't think he's going to do that. Pratyak says Yip's impressive too. Is Carissa Yip on 5 out of 5 at American Championships? I'm not surprised actually. I think these two girls in US chess, Carissa Yip and Alice Lee, are tremendous. And I was very, very impressed at the Olympiad when Tanya drew against Alice Lee. I thought that was our very tough board. Turns out that Tanya drew and Vaishali lost to Gulrukh Begim. Divya drew, and then finally Vantika pulled through with win against Irina Krush. But I feel like clearly Alice Lee is a big, big talent. When is Chennai Grandmasters Sagar and Tata Steel? Chennai Grandmasters 5-2. Yeah, you see, he put his rook right in the center there. Rook a d8. Press the clock. And bishop c2 was played. Just dropping the bishop back. Tata Steel is, Chennai Grandmasters 5 to 11th November. And Tata Steel is 13 to 17th November. Krush is a great commentator and lecturer. Many cool videos of her in SLCC. Yeah, she's very good. She's excellent. In fact, we've seen her commentating alongside Vishy Anand at the candidates. So, definitely a great commentator. Now, again, we have come to this point where Arjun is deciding whether he should take here, debating with himself, talking. Should we build the pressure? Let's build more pressure. Could be one of the things that he's telling himself. I do not like the way in which these two bishops are looking at my king. I do not like them. But, yeah, they're pretty okay. And by the way, joining us here for a couple of minutes is our very good friend Abhyudaya Ram here, who was at the we spoke about you, Abhyudaya.
Okay.
Yes, if you can join us for a couple of minutes. He was there at the playing hall. He was setting up everything. He's been covering multiple events, right from Olympiad to Global Chess League and now the WR Masters. And I want to get his thoughts. Abhyudaya, what was the mood like in the playing hall?
Definitely tensed. Arjun, I think just before coming to playing, I was having the breakfast just before playing. So I think he was.
You saw him in the breakfast?
No, someone told me I was there, but he was like just came 2 minutes before the game started. So
yes.
Like, of course, I mean, doesn't matter, but still.
There is a 30-minute walkover time, so yeah. But you felt the that the room is very empty, yeah, now.
I mean, it feels empty, but there's so much action happening in that board.
Yeah.
But definitely, it feels empty because we started with 8 boards, 16 players. It was like the whole
Room was,
packed.
everyone was saying it cramped.
No, I mean, yeah, it felt cramped, but it was like so many things, so many players were playing. So after that, I think like 4 boards and 2 boards, and today just 1 board.
Yeah, today there's just one. And you have been covering all these moments of these youngsters. What is your impression of Arjun? Because you were at the Olympiad, there was Gukesh. You look at very small, subtle things in these players because of the way you make the videos and all.
Yeah.
What is your feeling of Arjun as a
Arjun
player?
in general feels very calm. I mean, okay, I mean, everyone's calm in certain level, but like they have different energies, you could say. But Arjun is like, even if you can't see his face and see what is the position, he was like, he just plays the same
You
way.
never know.
Yeah, you will never know. Like mostly there's no expression. So and when he's playing, at least, even there's like a checkmate, he'll be just calm, take his time, and he'll just go for a walk. He's just very meticulous if you see, like when he's playing. So I felt that way. Even when I'm interviewing, he's not like, if he wins also, he's the same. Like even if he loses, he wins. Like he's not sad. Like he's the same. I think.
Sthita Pragna. What is the word?
Sthita Pragna is like, I think वो presence को वही है क्या?
Being very sort of
Same.
unmoved.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
So
Also
even
Gandhivam. So,
yes, he loves this. He loves his nickname, which is Gandhivam,
it was
and
the Dhanush of Arjun, I believe.
yes,
in
the
Mahabharata.
bow of Arjun
Yes,
is known
bow.
Gandhivam, and yeah, he
अरे ये क्या था? Abhyudaya is like Vivek Desai for Chess Race India. अरे भाई.
I think Abhyudaya is much more talented than. So yeah, I mean, this is something that we've tremendously enjoyed ourselves. There was Aditya before this, Shahid was there at Global Chess League, but Abhyudaya has been on the road now for more than 36 days.
Yes.
So
Almost
Abhyudaya
40 days. We started what
on 10th of September, I think. You reached Budapest on 10th, I think,
Yes,
or
yes.
9th.
Yeah, I mean
9th. So today is 17th. So it's been 38 days on the
Wow.
road. How has been how have you adjusted to all the different food and different places? Because you went to Budapest
Yeah.
and 2 events in London.
London. Yeah, London, it was pretty easy. I mean, because we were there in Budapest for the last 1 month. So I mean, initially it was very hard to find like pure vegetarian this one, but somehow we managed to, But yeah, also we lived in an Airbnb. We also able to cook after a point.
Airbnb is better or hotel according to
Airbnb, I mean, both of them have their, because hotel can just go there and have breakfast and come back. That's the perk. And here,
someone also cleans the room.
exactly, like you have like, I mean, hotel, I would say, but in terms of you living with someone, I think Airbnb is a good
More space.
more space. You can just go outside. It's more like just like basically have a house for yourself in wherever you live.
Yeah. Excellent
Analysis.
of the board.
Also, tell me
Also,
just what's happening in the game. I know it's equal, but I don't think it's this.
yeah, it's like Arjun has got the very ideal position with his bishop well placed. The queen is also putting pressure here. The white pieces are all looking here with this bishop looking at the king. So in that sense, all pieces for both sides are well positioned. This rook is yet to come. Maybe he'll put it here. And black has to think about this rook. There is the tension here. When should Arjun take? Should he take? Should he not take? Should he maybe move his queen over here, put this as a battery to put more pressure? Should he move? Should he take here and with bishop takes, put his queen up and create a battery with the queen in front or queen in behind? These are some mini questions. But overall, if you think long term, black has one extra pawn here as compared to white. And white has one extra pawn here. So essentially, white would want to push and create a passer or a extra pawn here to queen, while white would love if his central pawn started to move. I think that is how long term we can look at. Short term, it's more like what to do about this tension. Should we take? Should we not take? Let him take, because if he takes, what will happen, and so on. So it's a very tough position.
Are both of them pushing?
Both of them, it seems like Arjun is very happy with his position right now, but it's not easy to get an advantage. So he might either say, okay, let's settle for a draw, or he might over push, and then anything can happen. Then he can win, MVL can win.
Also, did you know, like, MVL has played all the Armageddons and Arjun has played none of the Armageddons
Yes,
in this tournament?
yes. So in a way, if it goes to Armageddon, I would give a small edge to MVL.
Yeah, he's like, because he played 3 Armageddons in this particular
He
tournament.
beat who all? Like he beat Firouzja.
Firouzja,
Before that,
Nodirbek, Abdul Sattarov.
Nodirbek, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one more game, he beat Sindarov.
Yes, Sindarov here. Maybe.
So he beat 3
So,
strong
like,
players.
strong players. Also strong blitz. Look at
Yeah.
They're known for the speed. Chess.
Okay.
Chalo, bhai.
Okay. Thank you, Abhyudaya, for joining. For
Abhyudaya is focusing so hard on chess right now, bhai.
Abhyudaya might become stronger. His elo was 800 when he came.
Yes.
Should have reached around 850 maybe.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully not.
Actually, Abhyudaya told me that in the winter camp, which is coming up, the Diwali camp, he wants to learn and get better.
Yes.
And he's also the one who's doing the interviews here of the players, if you are following that on the channel. So if there are any suggestions that you have for him, please do send it below the comments.
Hey, इन लोगों को पता है भाई, my strength is 800, my actual rating, like वो bullet का rating is 300 भी नहीं, 250 था.
अभ्युदय अभी 9 मिलियन का चैनल हैंडल करने जा रहा है. स्ले पॉइंट में भी.
अरे अच्छा
9 मिलियन.
बहुत सारे लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं. तो देखा मैं हाँ बोल देता हूँ. The match hasn't happened. Okay, ठीक है guys, चलो. अरे क्या लोग. Bring him on the stream, please. Okay. Chalo, Sagar, right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Abhyudaya, for joining in. We, guys, chess requires a lot of people to take it to a big audience. And I would say one of the guys who's working extremely hard to make that happen is him. He is all the time looking for interesting moments, putting that out, putting them in short videos. And if you are enjoying the reels and videos, shorts of ChessBase India, it's because of his effort that he puts in. We have a coder. B4 says, London mein Sagar pure veg vegan restaurants are great if you haven't tried. No, there are many, but guys, I can tell you that for us right now, food is included in this hotel Langham where we are staying, thanks to the organizer Vadim, and it's excellent. The food quality and all, although the options for vegetarian are limited, the food quality is just outstanding. Stolen Scar says, Agarwal, I really admire how passionate you are and able to express it so well that it instantly makes you so likable. Arey, and can connect with others over chess easily. Jealous as an introvert. Arey, dosto, the main thing is to start speaking. And I think at some point, you will learn. For me, a big breakthrough, of course, happened during the pandemic, where live streams happened a lot and I got to interact with people outside the chess world as well who were coming into chess. So that was the big breakthrough. But if you think about it, that breakthrough couldn't have happened if I wasn't streaming. And I think every single day of the pandemic almost was spent in streaming, and that was very helpful. Oh, Coder says, I meant restaurant chain name is Sagar. Oh, Sagar Pure Veg and Vegan Restaurant. Okay, thank you. I will check. By the way, Bishop C2 is met with now Arjun playing a move Bishop C5. Interesting. We were talking about Bishop D6 to put pressure here, but Arjun goes and puts pressure directly on C5. Now actually MVL, from the way he's playing this game, I have a feeling that he will drop the bishop back to C3. This is my feeling, because in this game he has been trying to keep more and more pieces on the board, because he realizes that he must try and press with white, because with black Arjun is going to put a lot of pressure on him. Guys, do like the stream. Let's take it to 3000 likes. We have 3600 of you watching. Do like the stream. It would be amazing. Yes, I agree with 90s kid. He says MVL wants 2 draws and then taking it to the Armageddon. But at least today, the intent with which he's playing, I don't think he's come out to draw. I think he's come out to fight, and it could happen that the game ends in a draw. I believe that Bishop c3 is interesting. Knight takes knight, knight takes knight. Yeah, you see he's going to move his bishop back. Yeah, I felt it. You know how I understood this is because he was keeping all his pieces. Look at this. Firstly, he went knight d2, keeping the piece on the board. Then he went bishop e3, again keeping the piece on the board. And so from that, entire mindset becomes clear that he wants to keep pieces on the board. So bishop c3. I don't think it's going to draw, says Ahmed. Could be. Could be. Shabbir Ahmed says, why can't we have a national championship? Yes, this is a point which I've been trying to think over. Yesterday, we spoke about it with Vidit when he came on the live stream. And Vidit did mention that it would be great to have Arjun trading. Rook takes d1. And now he'll bring his other rook. For sure. Yep. Guys, it may not be a stretch to say that this game might head towards a draw. But that being said, as we explained with Abhyudaya, there is an imbalance of pawn structures. White has an outside white has a queenside majority. Black has a central pawn majority. So there is still some intrigue in the game. But on the higher level, you can say the mistakes won't happen and the game could end in a draw here. Especially because time is such not a huge element. Like there are 14, there are 10 more moves to make in 14 minutes, which would have been quite stressful if the position was complex. But in such a position, maybe not. Maybe not such a. Yes, if Arjun draws this and wins next, he will still cross 2800. Yes, because he's 2797.6 right now. If he draws this, he will lose perhaps 0.6. So he will come back to 2797. And if he wins, he will gain 4.4, 4.3, 4.4. So he'll be 2801. So yeah, he will be crossing 2800 with 1 draw and 1 win today. People who are asking that how do you travel to so many places and tournaments? It's a mixture of several things. Firstly, we are supported by the YouTube channel that we run, because the videos that come up, the ad revenue, so that is very helpful for us to travel. Secondly, the organizers many times support us by giving us to stay, food, sometimes even the air ticket. Yeah, sometimes we have support from someone, like this time at the Olympiad, Ambit supported us. So we had the Ambit move of the day, recap of the day. So yeah, there are many ways, and at the end of the day, we try to make our ends meet because we have many expenses, the travel, stay, food, sometimes of course the people who are working together, and the travel, the commute, the food, and so on. So yes, but it's going well, having the ability to go to different places to cover the tournaments is something chess has given me, and I'm thoroughly grateful for it. what, 40, I think I have 42 or 43 countries that I've visited already, which is, I never thought that I would do that. One country you want to visit but haven't already, the answer is pretty simple: USA. I really want to go there. I know that there are a lot of people who would love to meet, whom I would love to meet. And if I do ever go to the US, I would love to go with some time on hand, maybe a month or so, and go to different places, maybe have some camps, maybe have some kind of small meetups and so on. Hopefully, let's see. Knight G4 by MVL, okay? My team match is at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 10 p.m. How does the organizers make profit? This is interesting dynamic for the organizers. I think there is an organizer generally and there is a sponsor. I think these are two different entities in a tournament. The organizer is generally, okay, he takes, queen takes, and now there is a mate in one threatened. So Arjun can go, he goes queen g5. I was thinking he might drop the bishop back, but he goes queen g5 and MVL takes now. Is this some kind of subtle draw? But they cannot agree to a draw. It's move 24. They have to either do threefold repetition or play until move 30. And he plays his pawn to h3. He's pushed the pawn to h3, just very nicely creating a small luft, also holding this pawn. So back to the discussion of how the chess ecosystem works in general, is generally there is an organizer, there is a sponsor, and the sponsor generally is the one who's funding the tournament and who would like to have the visibility. The organizer is the one who's generally putting things together. Sometimes the sponsor and the organizer can be one, but most of the times they are two different entities. And yeah, the sponsor is generally hoping to get eyeballs, is hoping to some sponsors do it because they love chess. Some sponsors do it because they would like to reach their word or message to reach more people, and that's how it is. That's how this ecosystem works, and maybe we end up in this place in this ecosystem where we want to add value to every single stakeholder which is there, which means the sponsor, the organizer, the players, the arbiters, the everyone who's there. We want to sort of add value into this thing, and that is how we look at ourselves. Pragg has been stuck in 2750 range for some time now. Pragg reached 2750 maybe a few months ago, and I think it's a good place to be stuck at. It's like you are in top 10 in the world. To get himself unstuck is something I think he spoke about in some interview, where he said, I'm going to seriously work on certain things that I know that I'm not doing right, which is amazing, because generally for some players 2750 is the peak, but it's clear that for Pragg it's not his peak. His peak is somewhere much higher. And so yeah, this is a golden era, golden generation of chess, where 2750 is where they say, I still need to work on a lot of things to improve. Crazy. रुद्र सेज क्या सागर भाई, हमने तो अपना काम कर दिया, 2 मिलियन करवा दिए, अब मुंबई में 2 मिलियन की स्पेशल टूर्नामेंट तो रखवाइए सेलिब्रेशन. I would do it. In fact, there are some ideas that we want to do for 2 million. So just because I was stuck here, I cannot talk with my team in that depth. Last time when we hit 1 million, we had like 100 giveaways, and it required some logistical effort to make that happen. I want to do something similar this time as well, but I didn't want to do it in between the tournament when everyone would be stressed out. So allow me to reach home and then we will plan something there. Yashasvi Roy says hello, thank you for the stream. Yashasvi Roy, thank you for all the beautiful thumbnails you are creating. Yashasvi made some very nice thumbnails for the Clips channel, and you can check it out there. His work, he's doing some very nice stuff. Thank you, Yashasvi. Aryan says the way you have the club in Mumbai, can you do it in Pune? I would love to do it in Phoenix in Pune. Although I've realized that the way in which the Phoenix Market City Mall in Kurla looks at chess is way different from the way in which many other spaces look at chess. And you know, many of the spaces are open to have events, but this Saturday meeting of just practicing there, coming there, this is a community building place. There are people who come there, practice, talk to each other, spend time with each other, and for that you need patience to build such a space. And that is what we've been very lucky that the Phoenix Market City has given us that space. So b4 played and bishop comes back. Do you think Magnus can reach 2900? I think there was this lie detector test that Magnus did with David Howell, and he said, um, "Do you regret keeping the goal of 2900?" I don't remember Magnus's answer, but I think he said yes, perhaps. No, maybe you guys can confirm it, but he said yes, I do regret it, and yeah, in a way, I think it's 2900 is not something that you can keep as an aim, I feel, uh, because it's too stressful, you know. Every game your rating goes up and down, and at some point it gets so much onto you. You reach, you gain, you win, you get 4 points, suddenly you draw, you lose 2 points, and you're like, no, I mean, I need to reach 2900. So I feel like at the end it was a very tiring goal for Magnus. That's what I felt. Ajinkya, thank you for super chat. Big admirer of your work and Chess Base India. Thank you guys. Thank you. Himanshu says, "Bhai, what is your net worth on an estimated basis?" I don't know. I feel like overall, I've never really calculated it. I don't even know in which way to do it. But I know that I have like enough right now to travel to places, to do what I enjoy the most. And I feel that is much more important for me right now than having all the resources or money, but not being able to do what I enjoy. So that has been one of the most important things. 7 crore. Billionaire. Maybe. If I ever become a billionaire, maybe Forbes will come and cover me. Yeah, like they'll be like, oh, and I like that. I like that they're in there. You've seen this Forbes list, and if you put a name of a billionaire, like for example, when I went to Hatson and I put the name of their founder, there is a Forbes page that comes up and it shows their net worth there is like 2.4 billion, and it shows like in last 24 hours how much money it grew or came down. And every single day they like make some 100 crores, or they lose that. But it's not about actual money, it's like the market value of their stake which they have, which is going up and down. Yashasvi says Magnus said he regrets making it a public goal. Yeah, maybe yes. I think it puts a lot of pressure, these rating things. And that's why you will see Arjun, Pragg, Gukesh, they're all smart people right now. And I really admire them because they don't have that much experience on their side. They are young. But they are never making statements to put pressure on themselves, to take the focus away from enjoying chess. While you can become a fan favorite by making statements like I will reach here, or I will crush someone, or I will beat someone, it does create a very high pressure situation. I think there are players who thrive after saying such things. So you should know your type, what kind of person you are. Like for example, Kasparov really thrived when he would say something and then just put all his energy in achieving it. But I don't see like Arjun, Gukesh, Pragg, all of these youngsters being like that. So they generally keep themselves like, yeah, we have some goals. Yeah, we want to become the world champion. Maybe we'll try our best. Just keep it cool. Actually, Vishy is the one who spoke about this very nicely in his book. If you haven't gotten it already, check it out, Mind Master, where he says that at some point I realized that I'm not the confrontational type of a guy. I don't like to confront anyone. I don't like to sort of take things on their head. I just like to be in my own space. And once you realize that, he said that it made my life much easier in that sense. So I would avoid these confrontations that were there, and I think that is how Vishy became much more at peace with himself there. Sagar Bhai, have you enjoyed your episode in India's Got Latent? Ammai Shirlekar says. Yes. Okay, by the way, they've drawn the first game. I would say a good result for Arjun. MVL with white pieces could not put pressure on Arjun at all in this game. He tried. He tried to somehow uh, play an ambitious opening. But somehow Arjun's opening repertoire, the new ideas don't seem to give his opponent any chance to settle down. New idea. Now play on your own. So you can't really out prep him. And so here he managed to equalize without any difficulty. I would say pretty good game from the tournament perspective. Now Arjun, I would say a very very ideal day for Arjun would be here, that he wins with white. That would make him reach 2800, make him win the tournament, and also give him 27 FIDE circuit points. And perhaps for me, the ideal day would be to stream team chess battle, or just play it, and I will hopefully I can come back quickly and commentate on this event. But we will have some alternative arrangements made today for today's stream. Either it will be Vidit, maybe Pragg had mentioned he would like to join in the evening round, so perhaps Pragg could join in. And today maybe you will have a very high upgrade from me as commentators. So do stay tuned in the evening. This is going to be the second game. If they draw, then we will go into the Armageddon, which might happen very quickly. Yesterday they did the Armageddon immediately after the game ended at 8 p.m. here local time. So see you all guys at 9:30 p.m. IST for the next stream. For now, I'll take your leave. Yes, if Pragg and Vidit both come and commentate on Arjun's game, wouldn't that be simply epic? So yeah, let's wait for that. If that happens, Yes, Arjun has dropped points with this draw, 0.7 if I'm not mistaken. But if he wins the evening round, he'll cross 2800. That I calculated.
27.97 only.
Yeah, 27.97. So he gains 4.2 or 4.3 elo by winning. So he'll reach 28.01. Okay, guys, see you all later today. Take care and bye bye.